Welcome back to Kyle's Garage. It is a Sunday morning here, and I often get a lot of comments about how clean my shop is and that I'm too clean to get work done. And I want to show you a lot of times, every video, I spend a bunch of time cleaning, then shoot the video, then the shop becomes a mess. It's a vicious cycle every week. So this week's video gets to start with me cleaning. The problem with having this many projects going on in one small home garage is the fact that pretty much everything needs something done, and I end up with a bunch of little projects that all stack up and become overwhelming. So today I'm going to knock out a bunch of little stuff, clean off the workbench, hopefully get the white Corvair running, and then get the Healy ready for the next step in its process, which it's going to be a big one. So we're going to get right to work. All right, first project on the docket is the white Corvair, and that's because it's actually fall. All the leaves are filling up my yard, and I haven't driven this car yet this year. I brought it out of storage and just haven't gotten around to it. So I pilfered some parts off of it to try and run the engine in the corner, and I put them all back on here. So I got the carburetors back hooked up. I've got the distributor all set up. The oil filter's back on. It's full of oil. Should be ready to go. And then I turned the key in excitement and nothing happened. So I got a little frustrated and I started diagnostics on it, looking at some things. I thought the battery went dead because I bought the battery in Texas like 5 years ago, and it was the cheapest one on the rack that I could find. Across the terminals, I had 13 volts when it was charging. I had 12 when it wasn't. Everything was fine. So I started investigating further, and it was actually the battery cable, the positive battery cable at that. And this has one of those terrible clamp-on ends that just sucks. I used to think these were not so bad, and they kind of had a bad rap for no reason, but these clamp-on ends are garbage. Don't use them. Buy good cables. Went out and I bought new cable. So we're gonna get this bad boy installed on the car, which ought to give me plenty of cranking amps. This has the nice molded on end that you can see there. It has a lot better connection. So let's get this run through. Because I'm feeling lazy today, I'm not gonna jack up the car, which is probably dumb. There we go. It's not perfect. It's workable. Okay. So we've got our fresh battery cable on, going down. We have our primary carburetors reinstalled off of the other engine. The fuel lines are run. So what I'm going to do is connect everything up. We'll turn the ignition on and see if we have any fuel leaks, because that's going to be real important. All of these junction blocks are an opportunity for a leak, and these lines can be kind of finicky. So I want to make sure that I don't have any fuel leaks before I try and start it. So I want to show you a trick as to another reason I love these battery isolators. So you can unscrew this and it disconnects the battery. So then I don't have to worry about an electrical fire while it's in storage or anything like that. But another nice thing is I can take the key, but nothing lights up, nothing has power. And since that is my fuel pump, now I can turn this and the fuel pump comes on, and I can actually check all of the carburetors and the connections, and I can actually hear the carburetors filling and make sure I don't have any leaks. So the fuel pump's running strong now. Stick my finger down and around. Nothing there. All right, leak free, which means I can go ahead and see if it will start. This car's a sweetheart sometimes. So what I will do is go ahead and put the air cleaners back on and button up the top side of the engine, and then we've got to go underneath because you probably heard just how loud this thing is, and that's because there's no exhaust. So got to get that on, and should be quick. So before I go under and do the exhaust, I'm actually going to do one quick thing here on the top, and that is I took the deck lid off and put it up on the roof to replace the gasket that goes all the way around this. Started it one Saturday and then never got around to finishing it because I got distracted with other stuff, and today's the day that I'm dealing with that. So I've got the new seal, I've got some weather strip adhesive. I cleaned everything out. It took me forever to scrape all of this out, and it was super gross. Before scraping that seal out, this was what I used, was a little piece of it's an old putty knife that's all broken, and I cut a chunk out of it, and that just fits in the channel. So that was my scraper for everything, using just standard weather stripping adhesive. And then I've got this nice roller that I will use for helping get everything in there. So one of the things I tried, because this fit is real bad, was to use an 1/8 inch drill bit, and I drilled holes in the hinges that I can then use as a lineup point. This is something I'd read about a handful of times, but I was always curious if it actually worked or if it was just kind of a gimmick to get you to drill holes and stuff. So we're gonna find out if it's worthwhile or not. It's not perfect, but it's on and it's closed. So I can fine tune that later, but overall this trick, 8 out of 10. It got me back in the ballpark, but it still needs more fine tuning despite using that. That's gonna end this week's video. I got the Corvair running and driving again, which is really big. Now, it still doesn't have exhaust on it because the asbestos donuts that seal everything, I realized I didn't clean those off when I took the exhaust off, and I don't want to deal with that right now. Also, even if I were to get these headers reinstalled, I still don't have a full exhaust system for it, any type of muffler or anything connecting to exit the car. So it'd still only be running and driving and safe for the driveway. So right now I'm gonna leave that alone and kick that down the road a little bit, which means next week's video is going to be all about the Austin Healey. And that's because I tried those simple fixes, and you've watched that the last couple weeks, and they didn't work. So that means we're getting into heavy lifting on this project, literally. But if you want to see that, you're going to have to subscribe down below and stay tuned for next week's video on Friday. For now, go out and work on your projects. I will see you next week. Have fun.